Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to bulk upload SKUs via CSV. So if rather than going one by one using the add a product section and kind of adding each product's information individually, you can upload a CSV to the system and have a bunch of different SKUs, barcodes, titles, etc. and upload those all at once to save some time. So I'm going to walk you through that process now. What you want to do is when you log into ShipHero, under your account, you're going to go to inventory and go to products. You'll see all of your products down here, but you can also want to go to inventory, go to bulk edit. And then on the right hand side, you're going to download products. What this does is this basically gives us a template. I'll also be including a template in part of this article, so you can use one that doesn't have all of your products, but is rather just a consolidated template to start with. But you could click this, and this is going to download all of your products for your entire catalog. You can click if you're opening this in Excel. In this case I am, so I'm going to say download products. And when we open this up, you'll see that we've got this big bulk upload CSV. Now it's really important to note that you can do some damage here. If you do update anything for an existing SKU, it's going to update that within the system. It will not update inventory, so do not worry about that number. But any other item in here, if you did make a change, it's going to look at the SKU that you made a change to and then update that SKU accordingly. So what I found is the best thing to do is to leave this top item here and just use this top one as a placeholder. Again, you'll have a template for this in the article, but in the event that you want to download your products and use that, you absolutely can. Next thing you're going to do is just really populate this with the items that you need. So let's say this is going to be a red mug, and the SKU for that will be red or mug dash red. On hand, we'll leave that at 0 because we're going to upload that. And then the barcode for this one, if we had a barcode on it, you'd want to make sure that gets entered here. If you do leave that blank, and make sure it's blank, not a 0, but if you do leave that blank, then the system is going to automatically generate a barcode for it. In this case, I'm just going to say the barcode is a random string of numbers. As you go down the columns here, primary is the warehouse that we want to upload this to, so ensure that is listed there. And then all these other fields are pretty self-explanatory. If you do not need anything in them, you can put zeros, and that's why I kind of use this template, is because it'll automatically put zeros on the columns that need to have some value. The more information that you can put in here, the better. For example, country of manufacturer, tariff codes, weights, DIMs, all that good stuff is really helpful. And when you keep scrolling down, some of these other columns down here are really helpful. So if it is a drop ship product, for example, meaning we do not have it in the warehouse, but you still want to have the SKU in the system because it will be shipped via somewhere else, you could put drop ship and put 1, which would mean yes, it is a drop ship product. For this product, I'm not going to have it be a drop ship, so I'm going to keep that at 0. If it needs a serial number, you can put a 0 there as well. And the autofulfill, most likely you're going to leave that at 0 too. And then lastly, active. It's very important that this is a 1 so that it is an active SKU. Otherwise, it will import into the system, but it'll be marked as inactive, which just makes it a little bit more challenging to work with, and you're not going to be able to fulfill orders and such with that SKU because it is set as inactive. So always make sure that this AK column or this active column is set to 1. For the sake of time and not going through 10 of these, I'm just going to upload 1. But if you wanted to, you could copy a list of SKUs down here, a list of barcodes, titles, and so on. That way it just makes it a little bit easier to upload a bunch at once. After you're done with the CSV, you're going to save it. And ensure you save it as just a normal CSV file. And we'll say test.csv mug. That's going to save it. Then you're going to jump back to ShipHero, and on the upload products box, which is just below the downloads box that you clicked on, you're going to hit the plus to select the file and select the file here, which is test-mug, and then hit upload. Now, there's not a confirmation here, so make sure that you do check your CSV file, everything's okay. Once you do upload it into the system, those changes are going to be processed right away. There's not a review period, so just make sure before you do this that you do really check that file and that every value is set correctly. If there is an error, it will kick that back, but if you, let's say, had pasted a list of SKUs and then you did paste a list of barcodes, but there was some difference there and they didn't match up perfectly, the system doesn't know that, so it's going to upload those all and then they're going to be incorrect. So for this case, we just have one, so I'm going to hit upload. And of course, there is an error. That's lovely. Try that one more time. There we go. So sometimes that error will pop up. Just go ahead and go back, refresh. You should be fine. If that keeps persisting, let us know though, and we can jump in there and see what happened. Of course, that's going to happen on one of our demo videos. All right, normally you should be taken to a page like this that's going to show you the data upload, the data processed, the product, all this information that we just populated, and the status here. Processed is a good thing. That means that's already been added in. And so you are all set to go. Otherwise, you may see an error there in which you need to see what's wrong. So if you were to upload the same SKU again, or it was listed multiple times, that type of thing might trigger an error. The last step that we have is now the SKU's in the system. The only thing that we didn't do on the CSV file, because we can't, is assign a vendor to that product. It's always important to have a vendor assigned to a product because that allows you to add it to a PO. The nice thing is you can do this in a bulk method. So if you go to inventory, go to products, you're now going to see all the products here, and here's our red mug that we just added in. And what you can do is manage vendors via bulk. So I could check this box, but you could also check multiple ones. And then up on the left-hand side here, you can see it says Manage Vendors. You can click that, choose a vendor. So we'll say this is under tests, and then we can add the vendor to those new SKUs that we just added. And then we are all set. Now we're able to send this over, create a PO, do all that good stuff because the SKU is in the system. So if you have any questions about this or you hit any errors repeatedly, obviously that one that we hit earlier could be resolved by kind of just refreshing and trying again. But if you do repeatedly hit errors, please let us know and we can jump in and help out. But that's the process to go through to upload a bulk CSV with a bunch of SKUs. Thanks.